Namaskar all. I'm Anil Khan Chaudhary, or AKC as many of my friends call me. I have been in IT industry for little more than 3 decades, handled different kind of role, primarily delivery, operation, client relationship and all of that. And handle roles which were catering to different domain, technology, all sort of typical roles which we you would expect anybody who has spent little more than 3 decades to have handled it. Now I'm looking to give back to the community, right? And when I say give back, I'm sharing my experience, some of the success stories which I have gathered over these 3 decades of experience, right? So that I'm ready to share out here. And I will kind of explain how I go about it, how it is kind of structured, right? So just join me and enjoy some of these success stories. I'm sure you will benefit from some of it. Now, before we get into the success stories, let me first explain why I think this is important from my perspective. I personally feel that challenges are very, very important for growth, whether it's a professional career or societal life. In both cases, challenges are important. And whether we handle it successfully or unsuccessfully, in either case, it gives us some experience, which becomes very useful. If you look at the recent scenario of this pandemic, which has impacted most of the countries globally for last 2 years, it has been a tremendous experience for all of us. And I'm sure after 50 years, 100 years, hopefully we'll not have to have similar kind of experience. But in case if something comes up which is look difficult, we can definitely draw upon from some of the successes which we have achieved in handling this pandemic. Now, when we look at any of the challenges, small or big one, I think what my experience has been that most of it can be handled if we do our basics correct, right? If we do simple things right, if we structure it properly, if we plan it well, we track it well, all those basic stuff, right? Now, having said that, basic following basic is not always easy. I mean, again, if you look at the pandemic scenario, the solutions has been, to wash your hand, to keep distance from other people, keep your mouth covered, mask and all that, right? I mean, very, very simple solution, isn't it? But then implementing that has been a major challenge, and many times many people who have been vouching for it, they themselves have fallen ill because maybe somewhere they missed it, right? So basic following basics is very, very important, but then it's not always easy. So as we go along, and you will see some of the success story which I will share, there you will see how I have applied those basics to handle difficult challenges. I call this series as imitable success stories, and I'm calling it series because I will be sharing a number of success stories, right? I will start with possibly 5 or 6 of them, but then I will keep on adding further, and I'm sure you will benefit from it, right? So I hope you will like it. And before I get into, let me explain the structure of this imitable success story, right? So looking forward to sharing this experience with you. Let's see how this imitable success stories has been structured. So here is imitable success stories. I call it imitable because I think many of this can be reused either as it is or with some fine tuning, some customization. So let me share what all you should expect from this. So first of all, in terms of challenges, you will see it will cover project and service related challenges, the client relationship, very important, the business development, career growth, I mean, very, very important aspect for anybody. Member management, a very, very pertinent challenge we do keep coming across. And political games, and whether we like it or not, in each organization we'll have certain scenarios where certain political challenges do come up. So in the series you will see each of this kind of shared across. Now before we get into the actual challenges, Let me share some common basic approach which I have typically applied, right, when I handle any of the problem. The first thing first is to discover the underlying problem, right? It's very, very important because unless we know the root cause, we will end up spending a lot of effort in addressing the symptom, right? So we should identify what this underlying problem is, and then removing the noise from the message. I mean, this is very, very important because many times people will tell you certain things, there will be some distractions, some information which is actually not helping, so you have to take those things out, right? That helps to focus on the real problem, and then look back at the past, right? If you have done something similar, maybe not exactly, but if there's anything which you can pick out from that, so I normally look at that. And then finally, working jointly with the stakeholder. It's important to get the practical solution, and practical solution will not come unless you involve right people, right? The people who will actually implement and all of that, right? It's not your solution, it has to come as a joint solution. And not just getting a joint solution, we have to also come up with the implementation plan, because we might have a great solution, but if we don't put a timeline, we don't put a structure that plan, then it might not give the kind of result which you're looking at. And finally, whatever plan you work out, whatever approach you look at it, you must anticipate some issues which will come up, right? It will come, whether you planned it or not, those issues will come. So if you can proactively identify potential issues which can come, and if it comes, what kind of fixes you can apply on that, that really helps. So typically this is the common approach which I follow whenever I come across any challenges, and you will see in this whole series that this has been applied. Okay, so now what are the sample cases I'm talking about here? As I said, I will start with 5 or 6 of them. So these are the 6 which I'm putting in this series first. One is related to service delivery, unpredictable and inconsistent service delivery. This talks about a transformational engagement for a very, very important client of the organization I worked with in the past, and it was very, very critical for us to succeed there. So you will see how I addressed the challenges of inconsistent and unpredictable service delivery there. The second case I will share is related to implementing a challenges of implementing a contract term which is favorable to us, right? Each engagement will have some contractual commitment, right? Client will definitely push you to honor those commitment, whatever benefits them. But many times, what benefits the provider, it becomes a challenge. So this is a case where we did have to push clients a bit without really breaking the relationship, right? So that's second challenges. The third one is related to, again, a very, very important client who have been working with us for a long time, but for whatever reason there has been some challenge in the past, and there was a big overhang of that. So the past relationship which was strained, and past issues, that kind of impacted the business growth and overall satisfaction of the client. So this is the third one which you will see in the series. The fourth is related to engagement which has been which has been renewed every year, right? I mean, the contract was such that every year it will come for renewal. So there was a lot of I would say fear that we might lose it next year. So there was a lot of apprehension in terms of what to implement there, how to give the best out of it. And typically every 8 or 9 months, the pressure will start building on how to make sure that the engagement kind of continues. So that was there, and of course there were expectation which was not very clearly defined. So that was also there. So these 4 you will see, these are more of the project and services, and the last 2 which I'll talk about is related to the members, right? One is related to a pretty senior member who felt that the boss is favoring somebody else, and he is kind of stagnant in the organization. So how I worked with that member, how I helped the member to come out of uh, that hole, so to say, and how he converted. So you will see that success story explain that. And finally, one success story which relates to a troublesome member. I mean, whether you like it or not, each team will have some great performer, some will be average, some will be very receptive to ideas, some would be not so good. So you will have that. And I will share one success story where a member was very, very critical, right? But at the same time, he was not very receptive to ideas or feedback, right? And it was difficult to have him, work with the rest of the member. But again, I worked with the member and made sure that this is kind of addressed. So these are the 6 sample cases in the first set, which I will share it. Okay, little bit about me. Of course, I talked about I've been in IT industry for more than 30 years, and I've handled different kind of role. I started as a developer, then finished as a sector lead for one of the industry sector. I've handled a big team. At one point of time, direct indirect together was about 1,000 plus. Business of about 50 US million dollar annually, close to that. I've also traveled across different countries. I've been in UK for 2 years, and again in USA for 2 years. So I've spent good amount of time in those two countries, and then I've traveled so many different countries from few days to few weeks. Whether it's Australia, uh, Europe, a lot of countries in Europe, Germany, France, Sweden, Finland, Hungary, and of course America, Canada, and all that, very much there. And in APAC, again, APAC, Japan, Singapore, Malaysia. So yeah, I mean, I bring all that experience which you will see here. In terms of technology and domain, I worked at different domains in different industry domains. So I have had a good experience in many of them, right? Delivery like retail, consumer services, utilities, communication, media, transportation, logistics, manufacturing, oil and gas, many of this, right? So that has been my strength. When it comes to what my focus has been, it has been the 4 key one everybody will talk about is client relationship. That's very, very important. Profitability and growth, because unless we are able to grow, any relationship is becoming stagnant, right? So it doesn't add value. And then development of your team member, your employee, your colleagues. And finally, what we call is a bread and butter, which is delivery excellence. So whatever we do, we have to make sure that the delivery is kind of taken care of. So you will see the flavor of it when you will see those success stories. Okay. uh, Moving ahead. Okay, so I already talked about giving back, so this is where I'm looking to give back to the community. I will be sharing the success stories, experiences, and my aim is to work as a catalyst, right? If I can do something which can help accelerate certain success to anybody else, that I will feel as a value add from my end. And for me, the success is that some of these success stories can help others to get better output from themselves, right? So I'm ready to help individuals and organizations in this journey, and ready to give back. So that's what I'm looking at. Hopefully you will enjoy the series and success stories, the immutable success stories. If you have any feedback, any suggestions, do reach out to me. My mail ID is given at the bottom, but it's just to confirm again, it is connect with akc at gmail.com. So you can write back to me. Okay, so that's what I will be sharing the success stories with you. Thank you all, and looking forward to have a good interactions going forward. See you again. Bye bye.